Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Let's see what message Spirit has for us today. Oh, the devil. Wonderful start. So yeah, the devil is all about the shadow. Yeah, the devil is the shadow self. It's the part that seems to oppose God. But the truth is nothing can oppose God. But the more we move away from the light, or the less light or love that we have within us or within our mind at any given point in time, the more the devil seems to become personified in the world. And we kind of live by our perceptions. Our perceptions are so important that we can see something on the outside, and if we run a story through it that something outside of us is evil or that we're evil, then it just takes on that energy and that seeming persona, even though it's entirely made up. And it does say something in A Course in Miracles along the lines of that even the most horrific things that we really think are there are simply not there. So yeah, we really want to be looking at things. I love knowing that there's no force that opposes God. That is truly a wonderful relief. And the more we go on our spiritual journey, the more it seems kind of incomprehensible that we could have ever thought there would be. And this card is good because it kind of shows you the split in the mind, and how I kind of like, actually I'm liking the bigger picture of the face, which looks like it's projecting out two different people that are kind of against each other. And even though we are not that face, I just kind of like the idea of seeing something split out, the projection, how the projection pushes out and splits out and sees our thoughts in separate bodies. So yeah, the devil is the part of us that we don't want to look at. But other people tend to see the devil part of us, and we kind of disown it and want to see it in everybody else. And everybody else wants to do the same. So on this path, we really need to turn our projections back in and see them. And I think what often happens in the beginning of the journey is when we stop projecting things outside of ourselves, we tend to project them onto our own self, and then we experience our own guilt and we get upset about it. And as we go even further down the journey, then we can't even do that to ourselves. It feels cruel to project onto ourselves, and we become more gentle and loving. The Lovers, the King of Swords, and the World. Oh, I need a thing again. Let's put something sparkly on her this time. I'm going to pull one more out as well, seeing as we've nearly got a complete line. Go for that one. So yeah, the Lovers and the Devil. So I think when the Devil and the Lovers come out together, that usually means that we've got a spiritual connection going on, where we're kind of forced to look at the darkness and the light. And the more inclined we are towards love, the more we have to look at the shadow to heal it. And the King of Swords is a very no-nonsense kind of character. I thought I'd just make it look like she's wearing a shiny dress. Anyway, yeah, so the King of Swords, this king is very focused on truth. And I think this is one of the things that we need to really value on our spiritual path. We have to value the truth, because any deviation from it takes us back into the shadow. It's a lie. It's where we hide and we don't look at ourselves. And because we've seemed to have fallen down into the world and into these bodies, there is a hell of a lot of distortion to look at in the mind, and we really just have to face it. And I know there's a tendency to think, oh, you know, God wouldn't have put us in this position. But yeah, you're right, you know, God didn't put us in this position. We put ourselves in this position, and it's our responsibility to get ourselves out of it. And we can't be soft. We have to be tough. This is one of the things that I really am learning on the journey, is that you have to be extremely tenacious and resilient. And you've got to face yourself, and you've got to see that it's the only way out. The only way out is through. These cards are driving me wappy. Get them straight. So, yeah, the only way out is through the darkness to the light. And I think as we go through the darkness, we just have to remember over and over that the darkness is false. I think it's that temptation to believe that the darkness is real that is so upsetting. But we're remembering that the darkness is false, that we're innocent, and we're just going through with the Spirit over and over. Every time an upset comes up, remembering that it's not the truth, that we're innocent, and letting it go. And whenever we take it seriously that there's darkness within us, we're not going to feel good, we're screwed. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that to ourselves. We're going to be kind and gentle. So yeah, the World card is all about our wholeness and our achievements as we expand our mind over and over, and as we see from a wider perspective. So yeah, when we see things from the world's perspective, it's very expansive. It's like the world is a symbol of wholeness and expansiveness. Because if we think of the whole of the world as a harmonious whole and a symbol of our oneness, then yeah, we can love everyone in the world. One of the things I like about the lady sat on top of the world naked is that it's kind of a symbol of the fact that she feels vulnerable. She's totally comfortable with how vulnerable she is. She doesn't have any shame or guilt anymore. And she's kind of just sat there as if to say, I've mastered this world, and I'm proud of it, and I'm just going to sit here and not be ashamed and share this information with the world, because I love it. I think it's great. And then the Nine of Coins. Yeah, so the Nine of Coins is about being independent. So in this reading, I'm kind of seeing that as being very independent of the ego. Just feeling very free to be ourselves in the world. Feeling very at peace with ourselves. And also feeling that the world is our oyster. I think the bird in this card is very much a sign of freedom. Because although we can't have freedom of the body, a bird is still a symbol of this freedom. So yeah, interesting reading so far. Please. Whoops. The Fool and the Magician. Interesting. So yeah, the Fool is the character in the play who's very clueless and carefree. And the more we heal, the more we embrace this character, where we just kind of dance through life. We take risks. It looks as though it's just kind of diving off a cliff and diving into the unknown. And that's kind of essentially what we are doing all the time in this world. Because we honestly believe that we're a human being. And we're not. We believe that we're behind the eyes of the character that we seem to be playing, but really we're behind the eyes of all of the characters. And that's why we need to see everyone with love. And the Magician, yeah, so the Magician represents us having everything we want inside us already, like the kingdom of heaven is within, and it's up to us to appropriate this as the Magician. So it shows the infinity symbol and the cups and the swords Wands, and the Pentacles, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of everything is within, and it's our job to work our magic. And when we feel disempowered, we kind of cut ourselves off from everything that God gave us. God gave us dominion over the universe with our mind, because our mind is actually outside of the universe and is actually much more powerful than anything in the universe, because it creates and projects the universe. And we are this power, and we step into our power a bit at a time. Oh, that one's falling out. What's that one? The Nine of Cups. So, yep, the Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. Feeling very... The chap in this picture looks very happy with his 9 cups, which is beautiful. He's just very happy and grateful and content with his achievements. And quite often earlier in this suit, in the cups suit, the people can have the cups and they kind of are ignoring them or oblivious about them. And the fact that this chap is very proud of his cups is a beautiful symbol that we really need to be grateful for everything we have. Because when we have gratitude for the things that we have, we feel full and feel happy. And it's when we feel lacking, kind of look in the opposite direction, that we don't feel good. And it doesn't even matter how many cups we have. If we think we have lots of cups, we can feel happy, because cups, again, are a concept in the mind. So yeah, happiness and fulfillment and gratitude and feeling abundant is entirely a state of mind. The Knight of Coins. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very disciplined and steady and mindful and grounded. Very consistent and faithful. He repeatedly chooses love, chooses to focus on what he puts his love into in the material world. He looks very happy. And this is the way we should be. We should bring our presence and our love to everything that we do and everyone that we interact with. I love these cards so much. I think they're absolutely stunning. When I read with them, my mind is much more in a completely different state, which I really enjoy, because the cards are quite abstract but also not. Right, let's have one last card, please, Spirit. Quite like one to jump out. Right, those two are both going to jump out. Which one am I going to take? That one. The Empress. Beautiful. Yeah, so the Empress card, I like to think of the Empress as a symbol of our wholeness, and our power and our strength and our ability to go through rebirth over and over, and to be nurturing with ourselves and others and with our projects. So yeah, the Empress is, it's kind of like the best feminine energy state that we can be in. It's the most mature representation of feminine energy, which is receptive and giving, very allowing, very abundant and relaxed. Definitely contributes to the world, but is also discerning, and a powerful leader. Somebody who's truly mastered the ways of the world, mastered living in the way that God wants us to live, with gratitude and kindness and care, and seeing everything as a harmonious whole. Hello, puss. So yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to end the reading. hope you enjoyed it. It felt very relaxing to do. I love you all. Bye.